We're looking at Reddy on the ice being checked by Jim Marshall. He got hit with a heavy check. And he's down right now. Kennedy leading 3-1. 2:58 to go in the second period. You'll see it here. He's coming across, and Reddy, just at the time that he lets go of that puck, he's leveled by Cronkite up high with a good check. And Reddy's lying on the ice right now. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. Jim's just looking at his head, probably talking to him, asking him how he feels.
Cronkite's a 5'9", 165-pound junior, but he hits like a ton of bricks. Boy.
Well, Reddy had released the puck, and the pass hadn't been completed. You're still fair game. And Cronkite is following through on his check. As soon as you see the puck released here, he keeps coming, and you don't watch the pass. You never think pretty pass or nice play. You better be alert that you're fair game, and he certainly was there and got leveled. Just previous to that, as the play was going on, coming out of the zone, Burnsville breaking up ice with the puck. Brett Schneider made a wide turn. Pat McGowan is doing a superb job on him. He just goes right over, picks him up. He stayed with him all the way down into the Kennedy zone. As this play was developing around the blue line, Brett Schneider was going down deep by the goal line. McGowan not concerning himself with the puck, knowing his duties, making certain that he stops the big forward on that Burnsville team in one of the two keys and this goal scoring ability. And he stayed right with Brett Schneider, not allowing him any room to breathe. And that certainly is saying a good deal about Pat McGowan, because he's been extremely effective here tonight, doing a job on Dan Brett Schneider, a fine hockey player for Burnsville.
Well, Reddy is up. Looks a little woozy as he makes his way to the bench. And you saw the graphic a little earlier that Reddy has been a key scorer against Kennedy this year. So Tom Osiki hopes he can have Reddy back about as quickly as McGowan when he was shaken up. It was nice to see McGowan get back and really not miss a turn. I'm not sure whether that'll be the case with Reddy, but we hope so.
I think Reddy probably just got hit in the jaw a little bit. He was in a bent-over position. Cronkite was coming almost like a football block and sort of hit him from underneath and up through him. And he might have just caught him in the jaw a little bit and shook him up. That'll stun you. That'll make you a little woozy for a few minutes. I really feel we'll see him back here again tonight.
Hard to believe as we looked at Tom Osiki. There was a time not too long ago when the parents in the Burnsville area were looking for a new coach. Then Osiki took them to the state tournament 5 years in a row and a couple of championships, and maybe one more in the making tonight, but they'll need a comeback. They're down 3-1. Stansbury over the line. He tripped up, and here comes Burnsville. Three Braves move in over the line. That's Beckman, but he overskated the puck, and here goes John Manuel the other way. Manuel feeding ahead to Stansbury. Stansbury takes a hit from Dave Pearson. Romanowski just chops it into the corner. Steve Dahl is there. He clears it to the line. Kept in by Weiss. The shot. It was deflected and just went wide. Burnsville's Beckman gets it outside the line, and regrouping is Manuel. Rick Weiss with it. As Burnsville makes a line change. Granato comes out. Loose puck. Wernes picks it up. Lance Wernes in the center ice zone. Clears it over on the left side. Too far for Phil Feinberg. Now it comes back to the center ice zone. Romanowski better be careful. Almost lost it. Now Burnsville gets it down into Kennedy territory. 1 minute, 46 seconds to play in the second period as play is whistled down.
I'm certain Kennedy's happy plays whistle down, because when Granato's line's out there, that means Wernes is on the wing, and he's one fella that can score goals. And when that happens, Coach Peterson wants Jason Miller's line out against him, and he had been caught deep because Burnsville had a line change when Kennedy had control of the puck on the far side.
From the faceoff, Kent Landreth moves in behind his own goal. Landreth takes the return pass. And a long lead pass down the ice will go for icing with 1.5 minutes to go in the second period.
That's only the second time we saw a little variation of a breakout play by Landreth and Parent, and it was a good one. They just missed connecting on a long lead pass. Decker and Miller were both up ice, breaking up the middle. As Burnsville was taking away the boards on them, they cut to the middle, and had they connected on that play, it would have been a good opportunity for Kennedy.
That's the play they used in the first minute last night against Greenway. Sent Miller in all alone. started that game with a bang. Here's Landreth with the puck again. He has an assist tonight. Clearing it off the boards and out to center ice. Puck is loose inside the Burnsville line. Now the Braves clear it, and there's Warnes. Maybe loose on the right wing. Warnes, though, is stopped up by Landreth, who cut him off at the pass. Landreth had a strong game. There's Granato. Granato trying to come out in front. Knocked down by Landreth. Warnes shoots from well out, and Lynn steers that to the side with under a minute to play in the second period. Back comes Joe Decker. Decker centers it, and making the save was Dennis. It's loose. Piddleco swiped at the puck, and they whistle play down.
Well, Piddleco saw the puck there lying loose. The referee lost sight of it. That's why he blew the whistle. But he and Miller were both going to the net as Decker centered that pass, and they almost were able to convert on the deflection. You see Decker's pass right here going to the net as Piddleco. He's going to come right back out front. That puck's going to be lying there, so he's going to take a swipe at it. You can't see it from behind the net where the camera is, but from our vantage point, it was free of the goaltender, and he felt he had an opportunity to score. 45 seconds to go in the period.
Piddleco's kind of a feisty guy. A couple of times tonight he's been in right on Tom Dennis, and the defenseman have ushered him out of that goal crease. Piddleco hasn't wanted to leave. Not that big, but certainly causes some commotion. Here comes McGowan, trying to cut in. One hand on the stick and still almost got the shot away. I think McGowan's becoming one of the unheralded players of the tournament. He is just playing an outstanding tournament.
He certainly is, Chris. He has definitely been one of the best players in this tournament. He's got that great speed, and he's dangerous when he goes to the outside on you.
Tough being the second-line center behind Jason Miller sometimes, if you're looking for attention, but I'm sure he gets it from Jerry Peterson. Countdown's on. Can Brett Schneider get a shot away? And that will do it for period number 2. No scoring in the second period. And that means that the Kennedy Eagles are 15 minutes away with a 2-goal lead from their first state title. The Burnsville Braves will have to get their offense in gear in period 3.
Kennedy certainly had a much more balanced period than he had the first period. Even though they took a 3-1 lead in the first period, they weren't nearly as sharp in the opening 7 or 8 minutes as they were this period. They did not give Burnsville anything this period. They were very, very effective in their checking game. They shut off all the passing lanes for the most part. They weren't allowing Burnsville the opportunities that Burnsville has had in the past and did have in the opening part of this game.
Well, it wasn't fancy, but they showed a great deal of discipline, and that's why Kennedy leads 3-1 after 30 minutes. Let's go down to sports control.
They play smart hockey because they're smart kids. We saw that stat, 17 of the 20 of them on the A or B honor roll. It certainly was classic Kennedy hockey. 2-goal leads usually don't mean much. They haven't meant much of this tournament. They usually don't mean that much at any level of hockey, but with Kennedy, 2-goal leads sometimes look like 20-goal leads, the way they cover up for each other in their zone constantly.
That's really the big difference. You know, there were several breaks that Burnsville had, and you expect it to be the last man, and it seems like there are 3 or 4 more defensemen that they have to go through for Kennedy. They just play excellent position hockey.
Sometimes it looks like there are 10 guys on the ice for Kennedy. I'm sure Burnsville feels that way right now, but the 2-time defending champs have won 17 straight in postseason play. They're going to have to get their act into gear in that third period. They're going to have to get that next goal. That's the awfully important one in this tournament. Live from the St. Paul Civic Center, this is continuing coverage of the 1987 State High School Hockey Tournament.